Hi guys, so I thought I would address an issue that's been going around now for the last 3-4 days or so, and that is about our former neighbors Phil and Rufina, or AKA Scuba Chef channel, which I believe has been changed to Rufina's Journey or something, I'm not sure. So I guess I'll start with a little backstory of how we met. Maya and I had met them just a little over a year ago. And at that time we were friends, but we didn't hang out all the time, once in a while. And Phil had messaged me and said, hey, do you know of any apartments around this area? And I said, yeah, I've noticed this one apartment. And I actually showed him this apartment and he liked it. And so him and Rufina moved in together, and we actually liked the apartment too. And we moved in here. And so actually the whole apartment complex was full, and we became neighbors a couple doors down. Now, at that time, there's been a lot of comments that are saying like Gio and Phil are best friends. Phil and I have never been best friends at all. We were friends, I would say, but not really friends that really hung out that much. Once in a while, maybe once a month or so, we would do like a barbecue. We would all go grill at the pool or something and things like that, and that would be all of us neighbors. We all would kind of get together and do a barbecue, and those of course are the videos that you've seen where we've had them in our video, and we've had interviews with them. But for the most part, they were just neighbors, and we would call them friends at that point. Now, about 3 months ago, prior to them leaving here, we kind of had a little bit of a falling out. It has nothing to do with what happened currently in the situation. It was just, just gossip and stuff and things like that. And so we kind of cut off communication. We stopped communicating with them. They moved to Palawan, so we haven't been in communication with them for 3 months, Maya and myself, with either Phil or Rufina. And of course, now all these allegations are coming out about what has happened with Rufina and her daughter and Phil. And the only thing Maya and I can tell you is, from our eyes, we saw a pretty happy couple. We would hear them out at the swimming pool, laughing, having a good time. When we hung out with them every once in a while, they all seemed to be very happy, and everything seemed good. And of course, the last we heard from them would have been about 3 months ago. Maya and I have been doing our own thing. We have kind of come to the realization we just kind of want to do our own things, and not get involved in all this drama. And sometimes drama follows you, and so we kind of got dragged into this, and I'm not really sure why. I mean, yes, they were our neighbors and we were friends at one point, but Maya and I, as far as seeing anything or knowing anything, all we can tell you is that they seem like a very happy couple, and with their daughter, they all seem very happy. And I know, the one thing I can share with you is, I know that Phil had bought his plane ticket to go back home like 4 months ago, like while he was still living here. So this wasn't something that he did at the spur of the moment, said, hey, I'm going back home, I'm leaving you. So I can tell you that. And when Maya and I, we'd stopped following their channel and everything, and they lived their life, we lived our life. But Maya and I think a viewer had said, hey, did you see Phil left them? And we were shocked. We watched the video, and at that point, she had said, oh, he's a good guy, and he's got to go stay with family, and he was a good dad. And so, we saw those comments, and the next thing I know, I think the next video was her at a resort with her daughter going out to eat, and the very next video was like, he's a child molester. So, I mean, we were completely shocked by the whole thing. We just surprised that this whole entire time we never heard anything about that. She never seemed alarmed about anything. So we don't know what to tell you. they seemed like a happy couple, and the whole family, they seemed happy. That's all we can really say. So if it is true, then we are as surprised as everyone. The only thing we can say is that we hope that Rufina and her daughter can move on, and justice is served. And as far as the truth of what happened, only she, her daughter, and Phil, and maybe the sister can speak to that. People who were in their house. Phil and Rufina had lots of friends. And I don't think anybody ever saw this coming. So I welcome comments. I mean, we don't have much to say about it. That's all we really have to say. If you guys want to ask some questions about anything, I mean, I'm happy to answer some things if I can help. But really, I hope justice is served if these allegations are true. And I wish her and her daughter a speedy recovery, and hope everything goes well for them in the future. And we'll see what happens, I guess. But this is really all we're going to say about it at this point. Our lives have moved on. It's been 3 months since we've even communicated with them. So we have our own lives, and that's really about all I have to say about it. Thank you guys for watching.